Hey everyone, Paul here from BrayonBushcraft. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be making a simple campfire tripod, so stay tuned. This tripod is going to be a little bit bigger than if I was out just doing an overnight camping trip, because I'm going to be using this more than once. So I'm going to make the knots a little more secure so that it's more long-term use. If this was just a simple overnight thing, I'd probably make, pretty simple knots, and so then I can get my rope back and move on, right? Also, it's going to be probably around 6 feet, and then if it was an overnight campfire tripod, I'd probably make it just around waist high, maybe a little taller. So let's get started. So before you start, you're going to need 3 pieces of wood of close to even length and even size as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect. And you're going to need about 3 to 6 feet of rope, paracord, nylon rope, anything like that. Alright, so for this part, I'm going to take my 3 pieces and put them all bunched together like this. You can do this standing up or laying down. Since my tripod's going to be a little bigger than if I would be out just on an overnight trip, I'm going to lay them down because I probably got about 6 feet for my pieces here. So I'm going to lay them down on a log, and then I'm going to take a piece of rope, probably depending how big your tripod is. Everybody's a little different, but since mine's a bigger tripod, I got about probably 5-6 feet here. But you could go a little less or a little more, whatever floats your boat. And so to tie this together, I'm just going to use a clove hitch knot. So basically, I'm going to make a loop like this. Then I'm going to make another loop, and I'm going to put it behind it like this. Pretty simple knot, as you can see. And then I'm going to go over top and then just secure it like this. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. A lot of people might use a bowline and then go over under, whatever works for you. But for me, I like the clove hitch knot for this. And then after, I'm going to stand this up, and then I'm going to go over and under and make a few knots just so this is a lot more secure. And then so basically I'm gonna go like this, underneath, like that, over top, and then through here underneath. So now that my tripod is standing and a little secure, I'm gonna go over and under my 3 pieces of wood here and add a knot here and there, just so that it's not loose at any point. Just basically over and under. And this depends too. If this was just an overnight thing and I want to keep my rope, I'm not going to add knots really. I'm just going to use a clove hitch and and maybe a simple knot at the end, because the 3 pieces themselves are going to hold themselves up just fine. But since this is going to be for heavier cooking, and I want it to be able to withstand a little more weight, I'm going to make it a more permanent tie-up at the top. Going around each piece of wood and finish it off with a good knot. It's nice and tight. I spread out the bottom evenly. It's all ready, it's secure, it's pretty stable. Now I'm going to set up a rope which goes down so I can secure the pot to. I'm going to use a taut line hitch knot. Okay, so for the taut line hitch, I'm going to be using a fluorescent green paracord so you can see better, and wearing white gloves. Hopefully that helps. So basically you're going to start up with just making a loop with your cord. So this part over, this is going to be the top, going over top of the bottom of your loop. Put your thumb like this to hold it in place. Then grab this piece of rope and go once in like this from underneath, and one more time in from underneath. Then you're going to pinch that into place like this, as you can see. I'm going to pinch that here. Then I'm going to take this little one that just went over top for the second time and go around my original tail and come back over top like that. Then I'm going to tighten everything up like that. And then this, so you can see, it just kind of sits into place. And then this becomes like this. So here's why the taut line hitch knot is very useful for bushcraft and tripods. I can simply slide my knot all the way down. If I'm using a little fire, just cooking on the coals like this, which I usually prefer, and take it right down to the flames. Or if my fire is too big, I can bring it right back up. So wherever the best place is for my pot, I can control that with the height with this knot. I hope you enjoyed my video on how to build a campfire tripod. I know it doesn't take a great time to build this, but I hope I was able to provide some tips and insight and maybe help you along a little bit more next time you're out in the bush. Thank you very much for all the support. I appreciate everything. Please like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you guys out in the woods.